It might be Monday Night Raw, but Fog Wrestling are bringing you the Tuesday afternoon breakdown. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. And yes, I believe for the first time in the Netflix era, could be wrong, but I think for the first time in the Netflix era, we didn't actually watch Raw when it happened. And we haven't even checked out the highlights or clips because we don't give a shit. So, yeah, I think that's the first time.
Yeah, because they give us no reason to. Now, we've seen the odd thing on Twitter, whether it be Penta nearly killing Chad Gable, whether it be Becky Lynch calling Lara Falkeria's fiance a weird-looking guy, which I agree with. And,
Hold on, has she seen the fucking sort of clothes her husband wears?
yeah, I know. That is very true. I know. Why didn't Lara Falkeria turn around and say something like, respond like that? But instead she said something like, well, that's the only, you know...
Listen, Becky, at least my fiance looks like a man. Well, he doesn't really, but...
It wasn't his choice to look weird. It's your husband's choice to look weird.
He's a fag. Anyway, screw Seth Rollins, screw Becky Lynch, screw Monday Night Raw. Didn't watch it, don't plan on watching it. So what you're getting is a recap. We're going to look at the results and we're going to give our opinion on it because wrestling's dead, right? Wrestling is not worth watching the next day. It used to be, right? It used to be you could tape wrestling, record wrestling. 9 times out of 10 you'd stay up and watch it because that's how good it was.
That's what I do.
Wrestling used to be good enough that if you didn't see it live, you were still interested in watching the full thing the following day. See if you don't watch it live, it's like you're not going to watch it at all.
No, absolutely right. And you know what? I seen like the first 10 minutes of the show last night and fell asleep. I remembered Paul Heyman saying something along the lines of Bronson Reed's that dangerous, WWE refused to put him against the top stars before his injury in case he injured them. I mean, what do you make of that?
Load of shite.
And also another thing, he talks about Braun Breaker and he said, this guy's going to main event Mania 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Guy's been in WWE for about 5 years. Why doesn't he want a main event? Oh, I don't know, 42? 43?
Because Seth Rollins is main event in those ones. So does that mean Seth Rollins has only got 3 years left and he's walking away?
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense, doesn't it? Not logically. Like it really doesn't. It's like, well, so Seth's just calling it a day once he hits like what 43, and Braun Breaker's just going to sit in the sidelines. And what about Big Bronson Reed though? If he's that bad that he injures all the top stars, if they put him in match, well, surely he's good enough to take on for titles.
Yeah, but even if people compare this shite to Evolution, I mean, look how long Braun Breaker's actually been wrestling on WWE television for. We're talking nearly 5 years.
Yep.
Might even be 5 years. Guy's been NXT champion. Guy's been a multiple time Intercontinental champion. Like, look at Randy Orton. See, by the time he'd been on the main roster for a year, he was Intercontinental champion and he was already, getting eyes for the prize. He was ready to become world. And then not long after Batista, he was looking at Triple H's title and he's like, oh, look at that. I want that. And realistically, that's what would be happening, man. Like, Braun Breaker, it's not like this guy just debuted 3 months ago and he's a rookie and he's still learning. Braun Breaker is more than able now and should be looking to actually become a world champion. Doesn't make any sense that this guy is just going to sit there and play second fiddle to Seth Rollins. See, when Evolution started, it made sense, I think. I thought the structure was perfect. Mm-hmm. You'd Ric Flair, who'd been there and done it, and he was kind of settling into a more of like a mentor type manager figure role. You had Triple H, who was the top dog, and then you had Orton and Batista, who were just new, and it made sense that they would accept their roles, whatever they were, in Evolution. To me, it doesn't make sense that Braun Breaker would accept being below Seth Rollins for the next 3 years.
I totally agree.
As Paul Heyman just mapped it out. It doesn't make any sense.
I actually think NXT might be the worst thing that's happened to WWE.
I think so as well.
Because it actually it just exposes everyone before they get to the main roster in a good or bad way.
Yeah, I see back in the early 2000s, I just think it would have been shite if OVW was actually a third brand and you got to see... Now, it's not like they kept Cena, Orton and Brock on that for years like they do in NXT because they realise here it's sink or swim. But I just think it would have been shite if you seen Brock, Cena, Orton and all that, Batista, if you seen them wrestling on TV for a full year before getting called up.
Yep.
They wouldn't feel fresh. They wouldn't feel like new superstars. Orton wouldn't feel like a rookie. You know, so it is what it is.
No, it is, but, you know, Heyman just spews a load of shit.
But anyway, when you think about it, Braun Breaker has been on the main roster now for, what, a year and a half?
Yep.
At least.
Aye.
Did he not get called up? Did he not get called up around October, September 2023?
He did.
Did he not appear on SmackDown?
And also he appeared before that with the NXT title, defeating like Ziggler and feuding with Ziggler. So
yeah, but my point is, even from like the main roster, like the guy's been there a year and a half. But see, Orton was on the main roster for a year and a half, and he was world champ.
See when McMahon did it back in the day, and he called somebody up, and they weren't ready. They went down and they repackaged them. See now, they call somebody up, and then they just try the same shit months later. Which is just fucking weird. Like, I mean, honestly. But they can't repackage anybody now because they just play themselves. And you can't repackage yourself at the end of the day.
Just nobody feels fresh, man. Like, Roxanne Perez, not long on the main roster. Already seen her for 3 years in NXT. Already been NXT champion multiple times. Already had 4 Royal Rumble appearances. It's like, how is this person new?
Yeah, no, it's not.
I agree. NXT is the worst thing that can happen to me. They need to get, I would get rid of the NXT.
Yeah. Like, you know what?
Or treat it like a legit brand. But for me, I think having it as a development brand and putting it on TV is a bad thing because...
I mean, it works to a degree if it's short term, like if they're only on it for 6 months. But we know it takes years. It's like Ricky Starks, Pillman Jr., Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, fire Trick Williams in there. There'll be women like, you know, Stephanie Fakir. What is the fucking purpose of them on NXT?
Yeah.
People well into their 30s, right? Just call them up, the main roster.
And even when they do give you some good stuff, like I like Tony D'Angelo and the family, but it's like you feel like by the time they get called up to the main roster, they've done all the storylines that they can with them. I mean, you look at what's currently going on with Tony D and the family and the betrayal for Stacks. It's like, that's something that I think should be happening on Raw or SmackDown. You tell me that's not better than fucking Johnny Gargano and Ciampa and shite like that. But by the time these guys get called up, it's going to be like, well, we've already seen everything you can do, really, you know? You know,
Let's just move on. We could fucking rant all day about it, but what is it? Heyman puts them over. Seth Rollins then grabs the mic. Punk found out last night what happens when you mess with me and underestimate me.
2 nights ago, actually.
Well, 2 nights ago, that's plenty. And then he says Sami Zayn's going to find out tonight because I am a revolutionary, a visionary.
It's just that. It's
just words.
It's the same shite he repeats all the time, isn't it? But you know what's mental, right? They would tell you that he's had all these different characters. He said these exact same words when he was like the King Slayer or the Beast Slayer. I
said this a month ago, right? We love Sabu, but see homicidal, suicidal, and genocidal. They weren't 3 different characters.
No,
it was just as we, you know, it was just the saying that went along.
Tagline, wasn't it?
The tagline.
Just like Austin's the toughest SOB in the WWE.
The rattlesnake, you know, it's not different. See, Dude Love, Mankind, Cactus Jack. They're 3 different characters, right? See Papa Shango and Godfather. They're 2 different characters. See, I mean, even like Corporate Kane and like, you know, the guy that debuted in 97, that's 2 different characters. People need to fucking get it through their thick skull.
Yeah, people think Seth Rollins has had about 10 different characters. Nah, the guy's had 1 character and about 100 million fucking shitey outfits and probably about 12 dozen, you know, crappy names that he's had thrown, nicknames or whatever.
No, but it's like Triple H, right? Oh, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings. They're not different characters. Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Triple H that's 2 different characters. I you know, Triple H when he joined Authority, Triple H. I mean, that is different. I just don't get it. I just don't get it, people. The Kingo's in the house tonight. First match: Chad Gable versus Penta versus Dragon Lee. Like we touched on earlier, Penta does this move where he does like a pile driver kind of thing to Chad Gable at the front. And he does some tackle buster to Dragon Lee, and he drops Chad Gable on his fucking face, man. It is what it is.
It could have been a broken neck here. Someone like Penta Should he be pulling off a move like that?
The gringo killer almost.
See when you see a guy do a double maneuver, it's always kind of been safe, isn't it?
Yep.
It's always been a safe maneuver. It's like a double choke slam or a double suit, or John Cena when he was doing the double attitude. He's got guys up on his shoulder in the fireman's carry position. It's kind of hard for that to go wrong. This cunt is doing like he's doing like a gory bomb to Dragon Lee while trying to do a pile driver to Chad Gate, and it's like, holy fuck! It's like
it just doesn't work.
Look, they always talk about how dangerous like the pile driver is, and like that's a move that needs to be executed safely and to perfection. I don't think you should have a guy strapped to your fucking back while trying to have someone in that pile driver position.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. This, like, I mean, Chad Gable could have broke his neck here, like, easy. And it's like when Cena does the double attitude adjustment, it's safe enough, right? And I mean, also he did it to Edge and Big Show, and you know what? You could say that's a wee bit unsafe because that's fucking a hell of a lot of weight, but it's Big Match John. Roid it to the fucking gill, Big John.
Those knees could support it.
See watching Penta do this move to two guys that are of similar weight to him and similar Diddy size, it just looks cheap. It doesn't look legit. And it's just shit because he drops Gable on his face. The referee then immediately like jumps over to Gable to see if he's all right, and then Penta, I mean, I'm not saying he shouldn't care about the welfare of his opponent, but there's just so much emphasis from him towards Chad Gable to see if he's all right. It takes you at the fucking match, doesn't it?
And Pat McAfee's commentary was fucking abysmal, by the way. He's stealing a wage.
But there's ways to do it, right? See, back in the day when they fought the injured their opponent, like, you only notice it when you watch the match for like the 10th time. It's like, oh, fuck you. I remember.
Yeah, but normally they would like communicate with the ref or something like that,
yes. No, I remember Edge speared Lita. She cracked the back of her dome off the ladder at SummerSlam 2000. But see, on first watch or second watch, you don't notice it. But you notice it after he hits her with the spear. Then he asks, "Oh, fuck, are you alright?" And there's numerous other things like that. But see here, Penta like just stops for like 3 to 4 seconds, looking over, dumbfounded, man. Like the last burrito just fucking ran out at Taco Bell, and Chad Gable sitting there, gringoed out, killed. Good night. Pasty tortillas fucking gone for him.
Anyway, this guy's 40, he's not the fucking future. But he won. I said he would win. It was so obvious he would win.
For Kingo came out because Chad Gable's taking him on.
You know what? Why not actually, I get it, Penta and Chad Gable have been in a bit of a feud or whatnot, right? But why not just kick Dragon Lee's fucking arse out of there and put in an actual credible opponent that wouldn't actually look like, they wouldn't stand out if they were in the Money in the Bank match, because let's be honest, Dragon Lee doesn't even deserve a match on Raw, never mind a qualifying match. But
yeah, like, what was Sheamus? Why is he helping Akira against Rusev?
Yeah, but it's like, why
aren't Rusev and Sheamus in these qualifiers?
It's like, if they gave Penta a more credible opponent, then maybe you'd be a bit more surprised when he won. But see, as soon as I seen this match, man, you could tell this was purposely booked weak just so Penta could get a win, and it wouldn't be at the expense of anyone half fucking decent.
Yep.
No, it would be like having a chamber qualifier, and you've got 2 jobbers in there because you want to get one of the jobbers in the match. It's like
no, but see, back in the day, right? See, like Bischoff wanted like a member of Evolution in the chamber. The heel authority figure might book like Batista against fucking Spike Dudley, but portray it's like an equal contest. But now, because we don't want bad evil authority figures, Vince McMahon, he's an evil dictator. We have to book these shite matches purposely. It's like, but you know what I mean? If this is a heel authority figure wanting to favour Penta because he's high flying, he does all this shit, it might work, but. You're right. It's like, and also the fact that you knew you're getting Chad Gable against Vikingo the same date as the Money in the Bank. You knew he couldn't win.
But you wouldn't get like a elimination chamber qualifying match, and one of the matches is Cena versus Shawn Michaels, and the other one's like fucking Eugene versus Chavo Guerrero. That just, it wouldn't happen.
No, it wouldn't happen. But Penta wins, folks. We move on. We cut to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. I'm actually sick of the Judgment Day, I'll be honest, but I mean, at least there's a couple of new faces floating about. You've got Roxanne Perez giving Dominic a plate of chicken nuggets. What does this guy eating chicken nuggets do for you, by the way?
Not a lot, man. I get it. Oh, it was a wee running joke. They're trying to treat him like a baby. He likes his chicken tendies. Man, let's just move on.
I know, come on, guys. This is crap. But anyway, Liv Morgan rocks up. she ain't happy because this whole stuff's going down with the chicken nuggets. Finn Balor was laughing his head off because he thinks there's going to be a bit of a falling out here. And Liv Morgan is apparently getting a Money in the Bank qualifying match. So there you go. We then got a Memorial Day video package narrated by the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Does no one see the irony in that? That, Memorial Day video package, God bless America, the troops, is being narrated by the American Nightmare. It's not quite the American Dream, is it?
No.
But see, Cody.
I never really see the American Nightmare. That just feels like a heel moniker.
It does, but it's just like the straight opposite of the American Dream.
No, it is, but it's like I just don't really. I've never really understood the whole American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
It just feels like a heel anti-American almost moniker that you would give somebody.
Yeah, it can't be the baby face of the company. It's like Kane being the devil's favourite demon. He's never going to be number one babyface, is he? Like, with that sort of fucking moniker, you're right. It just can't really fucking happen, pal. But Cody Rhodes probably bored us. Where is Cody Rhodes tonight? Everybody else in that wee tag match was here. Well, apart from Logan Paul, baby. Where is he, right? Rusev beats Akira Tozawa via submission. So, Sheamus saved him. And what are they doing with Sheamus and Rusev?
Right, I seen this and I just got to see it. Rusev fucking looks old. I think Rusev looks old. From a facial standpoint, from a body standpoint, this does not look like a prime athlete. This looks like someone who is past their prime. This looks like someone who's on the decline. And it's not just Rusev, I'm not just picking out Rusev. But to me, I think it takes you out of the... it takes you out the whole like realm of believability that... the fact is, what we're actually watching here is a bunch of middle-aged to like older fucking men pretending to be serious fighters. Like the average age of a WWE roster has never been as old as it is now. It's just not fucking believable. It's just fucking not. I mean,
you're right.
You look at other sports, MMA, boxing. See, when you're pushing 40, man, you're done, right? And see, the only way that you are 40 and still fighting for world titles, right, is if you're an exceptional fucking talent, right? And that is why we could believe that, like, Taker and Michaels and like Triple H, we could believe that when those guys were getting to their 40s that they were still around because they were the cream of the crop, right? And you had to be at that level to still be around when you're that age. See now, we've just got fucking jobbers, like bums that never achieved anything, and they're sticking around to their late 30s, 40s, mid 40s, pushing 50, and it's like, it's not believable. It's like a bunch of fucking old men, it is old men pretending to fight, but I think that it's not a good look.
No, you've hit the nail.
Just like McMahon, like you say, McMahon telling Nash, nah, you've got to die the bit, because McMahon knew, hold on, we don't want old looking guys. That's going to make us look weak. We can't have a federation where it's a bunch of old dudes rolling around a ring. But that's what wrestling is. Rusev just looks fucking old, right? He doesn't look into. Sheamus comes out and he does. He just looks fucking old. I mean, you got Randy Orton. He does. He looks fucking old and way out of shape. By the way,
Cena looks old. But you're right. It's like, see all these guys.
Yeah, but see Cena, like I think it would look alright if Cena was surrounded by guys in their 20s and 30s, because you'd be like, well, that's John Cena. He's like the exceptional talent. He's like the Undertaker of this generation.
It's the same with Hogan back in the day. He came back. I think Hogan's the same age as what Cena is now in 2002.
Yeah, but listen, there's room for 48-year-old Hulk Hogan in 2002. There's no room for, let's say, a 48-year-old Dean Malenko in 2002.
No, there ain't.
And I know he wasn't but you get my point.
No, but I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It's like, wrestling is just full of indie jobbers that are approaching 40 or over 40 it's like, you're right, see all the guys of yesteryear that we all grew up watching, they got over and they became megastars when they were, late 20s into their 30s. These guys have hung around like Rusev, like Sheamus. I mean, there's way worse examples than those two, but it's even like, Seth Rollins, right? Bronson Reed is nearly 37. All these guys, it's like most of them have been on the indie scene or they've done nothing in WWE for a decade. They shouldn't be here. The next cream of the crop should be in. It's like Rusev peaked. How many times have we said in this channel that he peaked when he came out in the tank? 10 years ago, folks. 10 years ago. And he's done nothing. Nothing since then. It's like, you're right, see when you see Goldberg come back and yeah, does he look old? Aye, but you know what? He's fucking earned it. See if Goldberg was to come back in his mid-50s, man, still jacked. Still, I mean, it looks like half the guy he was. I'll take it every day of the week over these jabronis. Sickening. It's actually fucking sickening what's happened to this whole wrestling thing, man. I used to love.
I'd get rid. I think they need a total fucking reset, man.
No, they do. They need to press that big red button, man. My red button's bigger than yours.
Not many people I'd keep in this company.
No.
But yeah, I just looked at Rusev and I looked at him in the ring after he stood up after doing that move to Sawa, and I just went, you know, this doesn't look like a killer. This doesn't look like a guy in his prime. This just looks like an old dude that has been around and not achieved fuck all.
It's fucking crazy. It's like you look at like when the APA split up, Paul Heyman's basically like, here, Farouk, you're done. You're holding him back. And Farouk was only like 43, 44. I mean, it wasn't like he was ancient, but back then that was ancient. And that's the way. There's only a few examples, man, that managed to get in well into.
You know, if truth be told, though, he probably was holding him back a little bit.
Yeah, and then what JBL...
Because Farouk had already had it, you know, like a decent career, and JBL hadn't, and JBL was getting up there in age, and it was like, you know, fucking kind of now or never.
Yep.
You know, either JBL, you break out and become a star, or you're probably just going to be stuck around in this APA tag team and do nothing. And then, obviously, JBL was created and didn't look back. But, yeah, for me, it's just... I just look at this roster, man. It's just so many people in their fucking 40s, and they're just shite, man. It's shite.
Yeah, I think we're just under this bubble, though, that, like, years don't matter anymore. They do. See, 10 years ago when wrestling was good, like, in terms of, not 2015 was brilliant, but a 10-year span over periods in the past of wrestling, so much happened. 10 years ago to now, it's basically the same rosters. The mid-carders have stayed the same. The likes of Saints, Owens, Nakamura's, Balor's, Rollins, they're still fucking there. Mediocrity has been rewarded. Anyway, backstage interview up next with Burt Kreischer and Tom Sakura. Now, apparently, these two guys had Cody Rhodes on their podcast last year, and he decided to have a change of heart when it came to WWE, and he struck up a new friendship with the War Raiders. What do you make of that?
Cody Rhodes did?
No, Burt Kreischer and Tom Sakura.
No idea who they fucking are. Don't care.
Sounds like the guys didn't used to like WWE, but because Cody Rhodes appeared on their podcast and probably made them a bit of money, they changed their tune.
Let's just move on.
Jey Uso doesn't know why Sami Zayn wanted to go out there and get beat down by Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Jey says that they have to choose their battles. He tells Sami Zayn to win that briefcase. I'll have your back if any shenanigans take place at ringside.
Oh aye, Jey Uso. Mid-card Jey Uso, he's gonna have your back.
See, when you have to call yourself main event, you're not main event. You know what I mean? It's honestly, I can't fucking... can't deny that Jey Uso's not over with the crowd,
but here's the thing.
He's fucking shite.
Here's the thing. Other people have maybe had similar names that they've been called. People call them it because they're fucking great. No one was calling Jey Uso main event. He called himself it.
Yep. And also, he was getting called main event well before he was even in this, like, you know, title picture.
Yeah.
Like, it's crap. Anyway, War Raiders against the New Day against the other tag team. The what do you call them? The Creed Brothers. So, we didn't see this match, but the New Day won. Apparently, they came out dressed as Giant Gonzalez. That do anything for you?
Nope.
Giant pile of shit, pal. We then cut backstage. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez poke fun at Kairi Sane. This sets up a match later on the night. Who's going to win? We'll have to wait and see. Jey Uso and Gunther came out. Well, first of all, Jey, my nipples are erect for you. I take you on after Money in the Bank, the nipples.
Yeah, was Jey not 39?
Yep. He's 40 in August.
Gunther's like 40 something. Eight.
But see, but it's like the Usos are celebrating their 15th year in WWE. Like, it's fucking, like, to me that's insane.
I know.
And it's like, well, and what? It's honestly, man, it's crazy. It's like, I think the Hardys first were in the WWE, like, what, mid-90s? Like, they were doing the whole King of the Ring stuff at the door in, like, 94, but, like, Jeff was, like, 17 and Matt was, like, 20. And it's like, look how much they did in 15 years.
Yep.
From the start down the door at King of the Ring. You know what I mean? See the Usos, right? See, once they became a tag team and won the belts in, like, 2010, it was the same shit up until they joined the Bloodline. It was like a decade of mediocrity, just repeating the same pish.
Yeah, seeing people say the Usos are the greatest tag team of all time, like, I seriously, I could not value your opinion on wrestling at all, if that's what you think. No, they're just fucking not. You know, I mean, they spent a decade coming out making fucking Samoan noises with paint on their face, and then they got stuck in some overrated, you know, family Samoan feud. Absolute shite. Guys can't cut a promo, can't fucking work either. Or they've got super kicks. You talk about brawler versus brawler matches in wrestling, whether it be real brawler or fake brawler, that don't work for me, brother. I think that must be the worst brawler versus brawler match I've ever fucking seen. I know there's not many of them, like, but holy shit, that match at Mania stunk out the joint.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't think of anything worse. I mean, every time Matt and Jeff had a match, I liked it. I mean, I don't think Kane and Taker's matches have always been, like, fantastic, but hell, I think they've always been decent. But that, you're right. It's like, it was so fucking bad. Super kick, chop, sloppy. I mean, literal twins. Like, you think a bit of twin magic sprinkled in there wouldn't have went amiss? But no.
Bet you Bret Hart didn't appreciate that much.
No, fucking damn right he didn't. Gunther says...
I think Bret could have had a better match with Owen.
What year?
Last year, Mania.
Probably could have. But Gunther tells Jay that he's got good qualities for a human being, but not for a world champion. You got horrible qualities, Jay. The nipple's not very impressed. Why are these two going into a feud again with each other,
man? When's this happening, Money in the Bank?
No, Raw. Cause sure, Jey Uso's teaming up with Cody Rhodes to take on Cena and Paul.
The Raw before or the Raw after?
It's the Raw after.
Why can't it just happen now?
I know.
Why has this been announced for like 4 Raws in advance?
Do you think Gunther's winning?
Fucking hope not.
Yo.
But then again, is he worse than Jey Uso?
We've got CM Punk, Seth Rollins, right? That needs the belt. They can't just repeat in shitey tag team matches with no stipulations.
You know what, man? I wouldn't be surprised if Seth Rollins wins, cashes in Money in the Bank.
I could see that happening.
I think that's what they need to do. Freshen it up. Do something.
No, they do, man. You're right. Because Jey Uso, it's just... Yo, we've never once said in this channel that he's not over with the crowd because the retards just fucking love it for whatever reason, right? But see when you look at the actual reign, look at the state of it. The build up to Mania. Jey Uso was literally feuding with Austin Theory and that other jabroni. What do you call him?
Grayson Waller.
Aye, and Gunther was feuding with Akira Tozawa and Otis.
Let's speed through this, man. There must be. Can't be much more to talk about.
Basic. Jey Uso ends it by saying yeet. New podcast. It's Cody Rhodes podcast. What do you want to talk about? That's what it's called, though.
Fuck off.
You sure?
Shite.
Wait, hold on. Brandy Rhodes will be the first special guest. It actually fucking turns me, man, that Cody Rhodes is top guy getting podcast opportunities. Titus O'Neil's in the house.
People used to bash the Click and all that, wasn't it, for helping their friends, or they bash like Hogan and Bischoff for bringing in their friends into TNA. But they'll sit here and they think it's fucking great that, look, Brandy Rhodes on a podcast. Brandy Rhodes, who's achieved absolutely hee-haw, by the way, and wouldn't be anywhere if her husband wasn't the champ. It's like, it's just a double standard, man. You always used to get people, but, they bring their friends in or whatever, you know, and it's like, well...
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, so what? If fucking Hogan's friends with the Nasty Boys, I mean... They're not entitled to a run in TNA, no? I mean, why do they not deserve a run? But Brandy Rhodes can get on all these podcasts and whatnot.
I know, I just... the hypocrisy knows no bounds with wrestling fans.
Honestly, man, I remember, see, like, just 15 years ago, whatnot, maybe a bit longer than 15, the narrative was, oh, the old guys need to put the young guys over. And we're talking like
the true stars.
We're talking like the Michaels and the Takers. People would always be pissed off that they would even, and it's like, well, hold on.
Even though I think Shawn Michaels put a lot of people over.
What the fuck's happened? It's went from the old guys need to put the new guys over, and that's when the old guys were the stars and the young guys weren't. And now the old guys are not stars and they've just been stealing a job for like a decade, and for some reason people are okay with it.
Yep.
It's very hypocritical.
But you know what? It's kind of hilarious because it's not just the fans that were saying that. It was like your Sami Zayn's, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, you know, your Becky Lynch.
Yeah, but now they're on top. They don't have the same.
Aye,
they don't have the same mindset.
It just, you have
I'm young. I need a chance. You've been here. You should put me over. It's time for you to move aside. But then they get to top, and then they age, and then when it's their turn to do this, the thing that they've been saying for years. Oh no, we're gonna sit here. And we're gonna hog these. You know,
see if the ratings though were like competitive and like doing like decent numbers, I'd be like, well, you know what, maybe they still should. But no, the ratings, it's everything. It's never been worse. So I think it's time to breathe some new. The reset button, guys. Liv Morgan versus Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane picks up the victory. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez bicker with each other. That costs Liv Morgan. Bang, bang. Good night. We then cut back to the Judgment Day clubhouse. Liv Morgan's pissed off. Finn is very happy about this though, because there's a wee bit of anger among the ranks of the Judgment Day. Do you care?
No.
He doesn't care. Rhea Ripley then cuts a promo. Anyway, who fucking cares? I'm a man. This is my bruta. No one's safe from Mammy in the Bank. Is that all they've got? Their wee nickname? Mammy Rumble. Mammy in the Bank.
Anyone who thinks she's better than fucking Toni Storm deserves to die. And that's straight up my opinion. I ain't changing it.
The big man said it.
Fucking shit.
Did you say it and then you ended up in the hospital?
Well.
Now what you in for? I said Rhea Ripley's better than Toni Storm.
No, but she's just garbage. Oh, Mammy on top. That's all they've got on now. Mammy in the Bank. And just adding wee words to some catchphrase and then just repeat the same shite over and over again. Fucking garbage. You're a tranny looking bastard, right? And you're not good in the ring, you're not good in the mic, you're not good at anything. Just fucking lucky that there's a bunch of simps out there, man, that like big masculine fucking women, and Triple H is one of them, so.
Triple H is one of them. Anyway, right, Becky Lynch, Liv Valkyria segment up next. Liv Valkyria says that Becky Lynch is a rat with a piece of cheese. Becky's like, oh, I made this personal. Well, I won that night. I went home with my hot husband, and you went off to the hospital with your weird little fiance. Liv Valkyria was like, oh, your hot husband, you mean the only talented thing about you. So, right, let's debunk this. Is Liv Valkyria's fiance a weird little fiance? Is he a cool guy? Everyone's trying to defend this guy, say he's but see this whole, he's a pro wrestler. It's not 1985 anymore, where you're a big jack guy. The guy looks like a fucking nerd.
Yeah, anyone can...
No, honestly, I think the average person, he looks like the average person on the street, which therefore means the average person on the street would battle the fuck out of him.
Yeah, you that's not a flex anymore, right? See saying the guy's a pro wrestler, that's not a flex. See, back in the day, see if you like maybe disrespected somebody and they turn around and says, oh, I'm gonna get my boyfriend for you or whatever, he's a pro wrestler, you'd be sitting there shiting yourself.
Aye.
But see now, you look at pro wrestling and you just look at like wrestling in the indie scene, and it's like the lowest form of, I'm gonna call it lowest form of entertainment, but it's not entertaining, so it's not really, but it's just like wrestling breeds fucking inbreds. That wrestling is like, there's a reason why there's this stigma attached to it, man, and it's never been truer than it is today. It's like cool people don't watch wrestling. I'll go as far as saying cool people don't even get involved in the wrestling business anymore. It's like you look at wrestlers, how many of them actually look cool and how many of them just look like fucking geeks and nerds.
So we see the people that get involved, right? Like like Patrick Mahomes and guys like that who have appeared in crowds. It's all due to the past of wrestling, because they grew up watching it when it was good. You know what I mean? It's never like, I love this current stuff, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, it's like seeing 20 years' time, I can't imagine you're going to get celebrities in their like late 20s or early 30s that are appearing at wrestling shows. Because that would have to mean that they're there based on what they've seen over the last 20 years, and there's if you've got a life, a successful life, I don't see how you get that through watching wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, as for Lyra, I mean, she says, "Oh,
well, we're only here talking about this because of the past.
Oh, aye.
We're here right now. We're here right now talking about a Raw that has got nothing to do with Stone Cold Steve Austin, but the only reason we're talking about it is because of guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin. We're not here because of fucking Seth freaking Rollins or Becky Lynch. These people mean fuck all to me. These people, they're not even in the top 500. They're not. They are fucking garbage. They are wank. They have ruined wrestling. They're not the real stars. All these people are just here. They're off the backs of the people before them, man. It's a sad state of affairs.
Right, so she says, "Oh, your hot husband. You mean the only talented thing about you?" It's like,
you mean that cross-dresser?
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that because you have to come out and apologise. Oh, Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? I'm the big dog. I'm the tribal chief. I'm the head of the table. But I need to apologise for saying crossdresser. What a fanny Roman Reigns is. Acting like he's this fucking top guy.
Did he come out and apologise?
Aye.
Fucking hell.
Acting like he's a huge star. Then he had to come out and apologise for him. I mean, like, fucking someone like Austin, but I think, go fuck yourself. Like, you know, I'm not taking that back. Stick to your guns, Roman, you loser.
Yeah, it's like Lyra Falkiri here, right? Literally getting the piss ripped out of saying that her fiance's a weirdo, right? And he does look weird. And the best thing she's got against Becky Lynch is, oh, the only talented thing about you. It doesn't really make a whole lot of fucking sense in the grand scheme of things.
So all she's doing is putting over Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Oh,
when Becky Lynch buried your fiancé.
Your husband is really hot and talented. That's the best thing you've got going for you, aye? It's like, all right, okay, so that's not really the insult that you think it is, Lyra.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, could have just any like the way. Well, my husband, God made him weird, but your husband just dresses weird. You know what I mean?
I don't even think Becky and Seth Rollins should be acknowledging their husband and wife because there's zero of no acknowledgement of it in terms of the product.
Yep. No, totally. Like, you're right.
Again, I think if McMahon was there and when wrestling was good, I think that if it was acknowledged that they were husband and wife, I think that they would either A, be involved with their on-screen characters, or B, one would be on Raw, one would be on SmackDown. That would be the way to do it, but for some reason, it's acknowledged that they're husband and wife, yet we never see them interact, even though they're both on Raw.
That's ridiculous. I think the last time we've seen them properly interact.
No, but how does that work when one's a heel?
Not,
what about when one's a heel and one's a face? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Was it not Seth and Becky against Corbin and
Lacey Evans?
Aye, and that was like fucking 6-7 years ago or something.
Yeah,
so.
but you know, it just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but
they both happen to be a heel right now. But what if one's a heel and one's a face?
I know. Yeah, no, you're right. But these two are going to face each other at Money in the Bank. I don't care. Karrion Kross tells Sami Zayn backstage that he's never going to win the world title. I agree with that. Honestly, it'll ruin my day if Sami Zayn wins the world title. And apparently, Vikingo is putting his AAA Mega Championship on the line against Chad Gable. I'm sorry, man. See, if you need to call your title Mega, it ain't fucking Mega. Like, it's AAA Mega Championship. Why not just call it World Championship?
Fucking MAGA. Make wrestling great again.
Actually, correction. They can't really call it World if it's never left fucking
Burrito Land.
Tijuana. You know what
I mean? Anyway, right. What happened next? Seth Rollins with his wee crew. Still not got a name for them, by the way. Remember how quickly Triple H came out and went, "This is evolution."
Fuck off back to TJ.
You know?
I know.
This is a true definition, true form of evolution.
Put them over.
What are these guys done? Just came out dressed in black suits, aye? Or are they the Men in Black?
You come the Man in Black.
Anyway, Seth Rollins wins.
Aye, Seth Rollins wins the match. Who cares? They start beating up Sami Zayn, but CM Punk's music hits Rollins with the GTS, and then that's it. It's like, well, why wouldn't he come out during the match and help Sami?
Again, CM Punk being there, and they're right, well, the best thing we can do is bring him out with like a minute of the show to go.
Yep.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
CM Punk, right, he ain't going to be in Money in the Bank. unless they do like I don't know. Well, he's not going to be, right. There's just I don't see how he is. And also, the next pay-per-view after Money in the Bank, Saudi. So he's getting written off soon. Personally, I didn't think he'd be on Raw. I thought that would have been him done. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, why is Punk not wanting involved in the world title picture?
It's fucking garbage, man. Like, see when wrestling, all the main guys wanted the belt. They were desperate to get title shots. They'd be complaining if they didn't. They'd be looking for opportunities. This guy's been back for like over a year and a half now and done fucking hee-haw.
He's been feuding with Seth Rollins on and off. Yeah, on and off for this whole time. When is it time to put Seth Rollins to one side and just go for the world title? But the problem is, like you said, Seth Rollins will probably cash in and win, and therefore, just by association to the world title, Punk will feud for it because of Rollins, though.
And what is it? I mean, that all started over a bit of fucking online real-life beef.
Yep. I just don't fucking get it, man. It's like, see when Austin got run over, he came back, he battered the fuck out of Rikishi, and then he flipped the car on Triple H.
Yeah, but
and then he had the feud with Triple H. That was over. Then he went for the world title. He didn't feud with Triple H for fucking years.
Yeah, he didn't feud with Rikishi for 8 months, and then Triple H for 8 months, and then before you know it, oh fuck, almost a year and a half. Where's the title?
No, exactly.
He came back, got his revenge, then got back what he wanted, the WWF Championship. But you know, whatever. Wrestling's shite. Didn't watch it, so we're not going to give it a rating. Show sucks. Glad I didn't watch it, guys. Wrestling's fucking crap. That's it, really. That's all I've got to say.
Sad little television show. Anyway, yeah.